Hi guys, you are welcome to Relufe Review, where we objectively review the Nigerian art, music, movies, and entertainment in general. Of course, this is another movie review, and like I always say before I forge ahead, please note that all the views and opinions that I express here are all mine and my personal biases alone. It is not by any standard, it's not by any measure. All my opinion, all my personal biases. On that note, my name is AY with the double O, and let's get right into the movie for today. The movie I'm going to be reviewing today is titled Ch3mistry. Ch3mistry is a YouTube movie, a Nigerian movie featuring Bolaji Ogunmola, Adenike Adebayo, and when I saw the movie and I saw Ch3mistry, I was expecting a more seductive kind of thing with the movie. Of course, we saw that part, but I was expecting fire. You know, I didn't see fire. But it was more of Bolaji's side than Daniel's wife, you know, in the movie. So I'd say that a character for Daniel Etim's wife in the movie, a character was rather... she opened up, but it could have been, I wouldn't say a lot more. So Ch3mistry, basically, I'll just give a quick storyline. Tells the story of a married couple struggling with intimacy. You know, they had not done it prior to marriage. The wife, you know, had decided to stay celibate, stay a virgin till marriage. And what happens on your wedding night, which is supposedly, you know, it's supposed to be like the best night of your life, especially for people that have never been intimate, they've not had sex, it's their wedding night, they've been expecting it. What were you expecting? I was expecting that fire, that adrenaline rush, that, you know, pumped up energy. And it turns out that on their wedding night, you know, they struggled with getting intimate and they just kept missing it and missing it until, of course, it finally happened. And it just shows that they had a lot of obstacles. When I say obstacles, there were so many stumbling blocks. There were so many points in the movie where we saw that the man was being pushed to try something else. Like, okay, your wife is not giving you this, why not try something else? But it still holds down the chemistry. Like, okay, I'm attracted to my wife, there's chemistry, we just have to find that chemistry, basically. So even as a couple, you can be in love and still not have that, you know, chemistry with your partner. And I think that's where the chemistry in the movie came to play. But then for people that are not very, I won't say, for lack of a better word, I'll say logical thinkers, people that can't really think deep, that movie is a tough work. It's an assignment. It's like they give you chemistry assignment in school. It's tough. Only God. So that's the story. That's the plot. Basically, a couple trying to get intimate, and of course, they found a middle point, which was when they found chemistry, you know, which we saw at the end of the movie. So I'll go straight into the rating criteria of the movie. For the plot of the movie, I'd say that the storyline was good, but it was not very easy to connect the title of the movie to the storyline. The storyline was okay. At the end of the day, so somewhere in between the movie, I'm like, what are we doing here? Why are we here in the first place? Can you tell me? Because somebody tell me why we're here. That's how I felt, you know, somewhere in the middle of the movie. But for the plot, it was not a bad storyline. But at the end of the day, what makes a good story, what makes a good plot is how you tell it. Was it told in the best way that it could have? Maybe no. So for the plot of the movie, I'll give it a 6/10. They explored relationship, the complexities of relationship, which we saw in the movie. But now we're talking about a married couple. And of course, to an extent, some things that happened in that movie were not realistic about the husband and the wife. Of course, they had tried, but people that are married and have waited this long would want to keep trying again, of course. And I salute the patience that Daniel Etim had in that movie. So not typical of a Nigerian man to be so patient with your wife that you have waited so long to get intimate with. But all the same, the plot of the movie, that's that for the plot. For the acting of the movie, I'd say that they did their part. But for Daniel's wife, I'm not really sure if... I felt like at some point she was overdoing, you know, the whole thing about not wanting to try again or being painful, and then everything was just happening at once. A monthly flow came and it was just not the best time. And I'm like, what sort of a honeymoon is this? And trust me, I blame the wife. Like, I just blame her for everything. I just blame her. I mean, I'm a female as well, but I just blame her, to be very honest. But the acting was good. For the characters, they played their part. It was okay. For the acting of the movie, I'll give it a 7/10. For the theme of the movie, I'd say that it explored the theme of love. It explored the theme of communication in relationships. And I'm not really sure that he did justice to that in the movie, to be very honest. The movie was just a flat movie. From the beginning, I was interested. I saw a married couple getting ready for their honeymoon with their friend, trying to trick them about where their bags were and all that. So, but somewhere in between, I'm happy that they didn't do that. I was expecting that robbers will come in and maybe rape the wife or something, because I've seen that storyline several times. But when I saw that, that's not what they did. Thumbs up to director and producer of that movie. I really like that part. You didn't take us back to all those old Nollywood. They slept with the wife, the husband could not sleep with her again. It was quite different, but I was expecting more. The wife was doing a bit too much. For the theme, I would give it a 5/10. It was just there. For the dialogue of the movie, I would say it was natural, to be very honest. Natural, good conversation. But at some point, it was a bit cliche. The wife, Daniel Asim's wife, I feel like our character was supposed to support the movie, but she was doing a bit too much, for the dialogue of the movie. Some conversations should not even have happened, and they were happening. I'm like, how is this conversation even in the movie to start with in the first place? But it wasn't a bad dialogue overall. For the dialogue, I would give it a 6/10. For the editing, the soundtrack, for the cinematography, the visual effects, it was good. Screenplay, all of that was good. For the editing of the movie, I would say that it was even. To be fair, it was even. The movie just did not, it failed to captivate me as a one-of-a-kind movie, So for the cinematography, the sound, the editing, I'll give it a 7/10. For the directing of the movie, I think I have a problem with that because I don't know what the director's vision was with the story. But there's no way that the directing of any movie would not tell, overall on the movie. Now, the plot already had some mistakes, here and there. So I feel like with good direction, it could have been better. So for directing of the movie, I'll give it a 4/10. For the 8 factor, it failed to come out as a solid movie. It failed. Right from the 3rd or 4th scene, I could tell that this movie is not leading to, it's not going to take me to the promised land. I could tell, and I like the twist. It wasn't the usual story of they not being able to get intimate and something else happened, but somewhere in between, I was lost. I didn't know what to make of the movie anymore. So for the it factor, I'll give it a 4/10. Overall, Ch3mistry gets a 5/10 from this end. It's an okay movie if you want to see it. It's not a must watch. It's a YouTube movie. It's on YouTube. If you want to watch it, go on your phones, go to YouTube and watch it. But if you do not feel like watching it, it's not a must see. It's not an H movie. It's not the best movie. It's an okay movie. If you want to see a movie you're bored, you can see it. Let me know if you agree or you disagree with my final verdict. Drop comment for me in the comment box. If you've seen the movie, if you haven't seen it and you want to comment about it, of course, you can also watch it and drop comments and let me know if you agree or you disagree with my final verdict. If you have movies that you'd like for us to review, drop them in the comment box, of course, and then watch me review the movie. Watch me break it down into pieces, into my rating criteria. With my guns ready, blazing. I don't have guns, by the way. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe across all social media platforms. It is at Relufe TV. Until I come your way again next time on another episode of Relufe Review, my name is AY with a double O, and this is Relufe TV.